Let's talk about Meghan Markle. Every day, headlines claim she's irrelevant, her star faded, her projects forgotten. Yet those same outlets obsessively cover her every move, what she wears, what she eats, even her body language. It's a contradiction. Declared irrelevant, yet endlessly analysed. The media insists she's a non-entity, but their coverage says otherwise. Her influence clearly isn't tied to royal duties or titles. So how can someone be both yesterday's news and today's headline? The answer reveals more about the media's agenda than about Meghan herself. She's become the most relevant, irrelevant person in the world. Enter the Markle Paradox, a complex and often contradictory phenomenon that surrounds Meghan Markle's public image. It's a situation where actions and perceptions clash, creating a distorted reality in the media landscape. The more she's dismissed, the more she's scrutinized. It's a bizarre dance between the media and a figure they claim to be losing interest in, yet can't seem to ignore. When Meghan and Harry launched Sussex.com, their official website, it was intended to be a platform for their philanthropic endeavors and personal projects. But every detail, fonts, crests, colors, became fodder for intense debate and analysis. No stone was left unturned in the quest to find hidden meanings or perceived slights. It wasn't just a website launch, it was a cultural event dissected for weeks. Every pixel was scrutinized, every word analyzed, and every design choice debated. Even a seemingly mundane trip to the farmer's market, a simple act of grocery shopping, becomes a multi-day news cycle. What she buys, how she dresses, who she interacts with, all become headline news. The same critics who claim she's irrelevant, that she's no longer newsworthy, fuel an entire industry tracking her every move. They create the very content they claim to despise. British tabloids masterfully hold two opposing ideas. They excel at presenting contradictory narratives simultaneously. She's desperate for attention, they claim, constantly seeking the limelight. Yet they give her the spotlight, plastering her image across their front pages and websites. They create demand for Meghan content, knowing that her name drives clicks and sells newspapers. Then use that demand to justify more coverage, perpetuating the cycle of scrutiny and attention. It's a self-perpetuating cycle, a carefully constructed narrative that feeds itself. She's the main character, whether she wants to be or not, trapped in a media drama of their own making. The paradox exposes the media's fixation, not Meghan's. It reveals their own obsession with a figure they claim to be dismissing. The irrelevance narrative is a convenient fiction for critics, a way to justify their continued attention. If she's truly irrelevant, if she truly doesn't matter, why can't they look away? Why the constant surveillance, the endless commentary, the unwavering focus? Let's see this paradox in action. Meghan's American Riviera orchard jam launch was treated like a global event. Who got a jar? What did the labels mean? The media pounced on every crumb. Her public appearances, like the Nigeria trip, are covered with more intensity than most working royals. Every outfit, every speech, every gesture is analysed for hidden meaning. Meanwhile, minor royals get a brief mention for official duties. Meghan's relevance isn't about titles, it's about the public and media obsession she commands. She's built a platform on her own terms outside the royal institution. That's what fascinates and frustrates so many. Meghan's name is media gold. Add her to any headline. Suddenly, a dull royal story becomes clickbait. Even articles barely about her use her name to guarantee attention. She's a benchmark, a point of conflict, a magnet for engagement. Fashion, business, even travel stories invoke her for clicks. Her name is currency in the attention economy. Editors rely on her to drive traffic, even as commentators claim she's fading. The irony, her supposed irrelevance, is what keeps her name everywhere. She evokes strong reactions, support, criticism, curiosity. In the world of online media, that's the only relevance that counts. Why can't people stop talking about her? What is it about Meghan Markle that continues to dominate headlines and spark endless conversations? Is it her background, her choices, or the way she challenges established norms? The fascination seems to run deeper than just celebrity gossip. Meghan disrupted centuries of royal tradition, a system steeped in history and protocol. She is an American biracial divorced actress rewriting the script. She dared to step outside the carefully constructed narrative of the monarchy. Her story forced conversations about race, conversations that many institutions have historically avoided, modernity and monarchy. The clash between ancient customs and contemporary values became impossible to ignore. For some, she's a threat to tradition, a disruption of the established order. For others, a symbol of agency, a woman taking control of her own narrative. The fairy tale gone rogue captivates both supporters and critics. Everyone seems to have an opinion, and those opinions are often strongly held. Every move is a new chapter in a real-life drama. The media frenzy only amplifies the public's fascination. She's a canvas for people's beliefs and biases. Feminism, duty, anti-establishment. She embodies so many different things to different people. Debates about her are really debates about society itself. They are proxy wars for larger cultural anxieties. She's transcended celebrity, becoming a cultural touchstone. Her image and story resonate far beyond the realm of entertainment. People talk about her to talk about themselves and the world they want. She holds up a mirror to our own values and prejudices. So, in an era defined by fleeting attention and ever-shifting cultural tides, is Meghan Markle truly irrelevant? Has her star faded, or does she continue to hold sway in the public consciousness? The evidence, when examined closely, suggests otherwise. Her actions, her words, and the reactions they provoke paint a picture far more complex than simple irrelevance. True irrelevance is silence, a complete absence from the discourse, a vanishing act from the public sphere. This is something Meghan has never experienced, not even for a moment. She's the subject of relentless global conversation, a constant presence in news cycles and social media feeds. This constant attention is often fueled by those who claim she doesn't matter, creating a paradox where the very act of dismissing her amplifies her presence. Her influence has undergone a transformation, shifting from the confines of royal status to the broader realm of cultural icon. She and Harry have consciously built a platform outside the traditional structures of the monarchy, forging their own path and defining their own terms. This demonstrates that relevance isn't solely about inherited titles or ceremonial roles, but about the impact you make and the conversations you ignite. The conversations she sparked about race, the often unforgiving nature of the media, and the very definition of modern royalty are not only lasting, but also profoundly significant, shaping the way we view these institutions. She's undeniably changed the royal narrative, forcing a re-evaluation of traditions and expectations. In many ways, she's created a distinct before and after Meghan moment in the history of the royal family. She lives rent-free in the minds of her critics, constantly analysed and debated, and she continues to inspire a dedicated base of supporters who see her as a symbol of empowerment and change. Love her or loathe her, agree with her actions or vehemently disagree, the undeniable truth is that you simply can't ignore her. And in today's hyper-connected, attention-driven world, that level of inescapable presence is arguably the only relevance that truly counts.